I'm glad the water's not terribly cold. I wonder what happened. Shore is so much further away when you're swimming than when you're on a jet ski. This life jacket's nice. It's neoprene and it keeps you a little bit warmer than a normal one. Almost there. Oh yeah, we did it. We did it, X2. We made it, buddy. We made it, buddy. It's gotta be ignition because when I primed it, it squirted fuel. Whoa. It's gotta be something to do with ignition, which is curious. These are still both connected. Plug boots are still on. I mean, there's not really a whole lot else that can... Unless the... Unless my kill switch went bad and is grounding. Let's see. Unplug that. That's fun. Okay, so fuel. Have about as much luck with my jet ski as I do with filming. I hope some of that footage turned out, because yeah, I had a lot of fun. Time to load up and go home. God damn, I don't like the cold. I don't like being wet and cold. I forgot to bring a towel. YouTube, finally a successful trip. I guess we could have called it successful even if I didn't get out on a good ride, because I was finally able to figure out some of the tuning issues. But yeah, I got to go out on a ride. Hopefully some of the footage turned out, because yeah, it's a story that I wouldn't be able to tell through words very well. My seat fell off and I almost lost my good snap-on ratchet, a plug socket, a screwdriver, my phone, my keys. Yeah, so I almost lost a whole bunch of stuff. And then I went down the river and it shut off on me after I fell off. And it didn't want to start again. Apparently it just needed some fuel. I think maybe the fuel filter is just getting plugged enough so that it doesn't want to go through at idle. It's pumping enough fuel at high RPM that it doesn't bother it, but I think I need to replace that fuel filter. But yeah, it ended up firing up. I had shut the camera off and turned it on so many times trying to conserve battery that I don't think I actually filmed the ride back. But I was about to check fire. I had the plug wrench out and a plug wire off, and then I thought one more time I'll just give it a prime and actually visually check to see if there's fuel going in. And I primed it and away it went. So I made it back to the dock, realized that I hadn't recorded the trip back, so then I went out again, lost the seat off it again, and then yeah, anyway, got water jammed in my nose and my ears and my eyes. It was a great ride. Hopefully this turns out to be a good video. Hopefully I got some of that footage. I had a battery die on the end of my last bit, so when the battery dies on a GoPro, those of you who own GoPros will know sometimes that footage saves and sometimes it doesn't. So stopped at a gas station on my way home, and I figured I would have a chat with you guys. So I got there at about 5 o'clock, left at 8 p.m. So about 3 hours. A lot of it was riding, but not all of it. It was quite an exciting trip. First of all, I got there, tried to tune it on the truck. I didn't film it because there was a few people around and they were asking me to go get their floaty thing. Anyway, I went and rescued their floaty, got back, figured out that the problems that I was having was mainly to do with the carburetors. I'm probably going to end up having to change the low-speed jet on my carb because it's still loading up down low. So that's good to know. The steering held up, the surf braces held up, the tractor relay held up. Eating a sandwich, just eating a friggin' sandwich. I love eating me a sandwich on my way home from driving my jet ski. It's a good old sandwich eating time. It's a good old sandwich eating time. Driving through Nanton, eating a sandwich. I'm driving through Nanton, I'm eating my sandwich. I'm eating a ham and cheddar sandwich. Driving to Nanton, Alberta's. Man, this is a classy neighborhood. If you guys have never been to Nanton, Alberta, you need to visit. This is a happening spot. You can tell just by the sound of the name, this place is the place to be. This place is the place in Nanton, Alberta. Hammy goodness. I got myself a fruit cup. And some almonds. So I'm good to go. Alright YouTube, I made it home and it's time to do a post-ride checkup underneath the hood. I've already taken the spark plugs out and checked them. They look pretty decent. The surf braces look like they're holding up okay. The relay stayed in place. The fuel filter, as I had been mentioning to you guys, is quite full of crud, and as you can see there's not very much fuel sitting in it. I don't know if that's just because of the orientation, but I suspect that it's getting plugged, so I'll have to replace that before I go out next. The steering is holding up. There's absolutely no play in the steering anymore. And I made this thing off camera, but I'll show you guys now. I made a new one of these, and it's still nice and tight. The rest of the system has play in it now, but this is good. So that held up. What else? My battery's still in place. My fuel tank strap is still in place. One thing that I noticed that is having trouble is the exhaust bushing that I made. It backed off quite a bit here. So I'm going to have to put some Loctite on that before I go out again. But it does appear that my exhaust leaks have all gone away. I don't see any exhaust leak back along the hull here. And there was a mess before along here. That one has gone away also. The trim lever works really well. That's about it, I guess. So now that I know that the jet ski basically works and I've figured out some of the tuning issues, I'm probably going to tidy up some of the wiring and permanently mount the fuel lines, build the other piece for the surf brace, figure out something for the exhaust, put a different fuel filter on there. So yeah, I still have a little bit of work to do to it, but it was a lot of fun, and I think this was a pretty successful trip. Anyway, I'm on my way home now, and that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.